was fine, and I liked the way he was treating me. I mean, he's taking me. You know, this $700 necklaces, flying me to Miami, limos for my birthday. Yeah, I'm like, wow.
$700 really necklaces flying you to Miami.
Yeah, I mean,
limo for your birthday.
He did. I was like, wow, this guy is nice.
And he was still, and was he still living with his ex-wife or his wife at the time?
No, because he put her out. Because I was at the house.
He didn't recognize your value. I want you to give me what facts about your value did he not recognize?
Okay.
What is your value?
My value, I am a educated, a hardworking woman that knows how to nurture and love a man if the man is loving and nurturing her.
How many children's fathers do you have?
One. I was married, had 2 children.
Okay.
Didn't I have any children?
How tall are you? How tall are you?
5'4".
How much do you weigh right now, right at this moment?
145.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're not too bad. You're pretty decent. So, yeah. So you're this type of woman that can be, say these adjectives again. You're what?
Well, I'm smart. I'm hardworking. I'm independent, not by choice, but because I have to be independent.
Independent is not going to be valuable to a man.
Well,
we don't value an independent woman.
I can help a man establish a business, and I can grow that business. I know how to create LLCs. I do legal work for a living, so I'm willing to build with a person. Okay,
build? You're willing to build him
with a person? Well, no, not build him.
Oh, build with him.
Build with him. Yeah.
Okay, what kind of man? You said he was a narcissist. Was he the type of man you've been dealing with him from how many years off and on?
Off and on, okay.
How many years off and on again?
I will say 3 years, but it really wasn't off and on. I left for 3 years and then got back and messed with him again.
Okay.
So it wasn't like a constant.
All right, hold on. Okay, off and on. We're just going to call it off and on for 3 years.
Okay.
Okay. Now I wanted to talk about him now. So now we know your value. What does he do for a living?
He is a mechanic for, I guess like a township, like, you know, like the garbage trucks, fire.
How many children does he have?
How much what?
How many children does he have?
He has 5 children.
By how many women? By how many women?
3. 3 different women.
So you expect a man with 5 children by 3 baby mamas. Was he married to any of those women?
Yeah, the last child's mother. He was married.
For how long?
13 years, off and on, I think.
Off and on, okay. So you expect a man that already got 5 children by 3 women, and the last woman he was with was off and on. You expect him to recognize your value? What was his value to you? What was his value to you?
Initially, because at the time I was being love bombed. And so initially I'm like, oh, wow, this guy really likes me. Oh, wow, he's treating me like a queen. But it took time before I was able to recognize like the tendencies that he had.
You know, I don't understand this. For as intelligent as a woman you are, you can build businesses. You can do all these things. You can make a man so great. You can do you got all these great qualities. How are you getting love bombed? That's my question, because it's always with you women. Y'all never do any investigation. You never figure out and look into the man's past. Y'all never talk to any of his exes or his mama, none of that. But before you do any of that, guess what you're doing? Letting him put his wang in your thing. Like I said earlier, how soon after you guys met did you guys have intimacy?
It might have been 2 months.
Did you talk to his mother or any of his family before intimacy?
His mother had just
I said, listen, I didn't even finish. I said his mother or any of his family.
His brother. I spoke to his brother.
You spoke to his brother before y'all were intimate?
Oh, no.
Before you were intimate, what family members did you speak with?
None of them. But I didn't have the knowledge then that I have now to understand that.
That was 3 years ago. You was in your 50s. What do you mean you didn't have the knowledge? You was in your 50s.
Listen, I didn't understand.
You failed too, lady. You're part of the failure.
Well, I got out of it without being harmed.
You failed too. You talking about these women that failed today. You one of them.
I don't know, because like I said, I value myself to the point where I wouldn't have children without being married, or I wouldn't have children by different men. So I think in that part, even though that marriage didn't work because of domestic violence, okay, fine. I am going to say, yeah, I'm accountable for the part that I play. I am accountable for that. So
what role? Okay, what role did you play in your divorce?
In my divorce?
Yeah.
I left.
That's it. That's it. That's the only thing you did wrong was you left.
Oh no. We argued. I did not respect him the way I should have respected him.
I can tell. You got a mouth on you. I already know how you get when you get upset. I can tell.
Really?
Yes, lady, I've been doing this for over 2.5 years. I talk to thousands of women. I know y'all's temperament, especially as a BW. Y'all probably have the worst temperament when it comes to controlling your emotions and your anger.
We probably do.
Yeah, I mean, because the closest woman to y'all would be the Latina woman, but a lot of men, even especially black men, when they get with a Latina woman and she start to turn up, black men will laugh. They'll be like, "Oh, that's cute what she doing," because they so used to dealing with y'all just super aggressive.
But we need the black men to stick with us.
Hell no, we're not sticking with y'all. We're not sticking with y'all acting like that, lady.
What you want?
We're not sticking with y'all. Listen, we're not sticking with y'all acting like that. We're not sticking with y'all acting like that. Y'all don't know how to behave. We go.
That's the problem. The most disrespected person.
What's the problem?
The black woman. Because
who's the most disrespected? The black woman? How?
The black woman.
How?
Because our black men don't respect.
Okay.
us.
All right. So I actually have. Okay. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Tamar, thank you so much for the Cash App. She said, Assalamu alaikum, Guru. Thank you so much. Yes, I know who you are. Thank you so much for the Cash App. I did get you, sister. I'm not going to say your real name because of privacy reasons. And Trip, thank you so much for the Cash App, both of you. Thank you for supporting the group. Folks, as I'm talking and holding this conversation, where are y'all at? Support the content. We need some more badges. Let's go over on Instagram. We need some more super chats. If you want me to read your message, especially on the YouTube, hit us with the super chat. Let's go. Support the content. Listen.
I will.
Listen. Don't worry. I remember everything you were saying. Listen. Okay. We cannot dwell with y'all. And then at the same time, y'all like to say that we don't want to stick around and y'all the most disrespected because Malcolm X said that. I actually have his autobiography back there, right? And let me tell you what he actually said. Y'all have a problem with this because y'all don't read. Y'all have a problem. Y'all don't read. What he actually said was when he traveled to places like Chicago, right, where all these BWs were at, he said that every time he would get and arrive to the city, there were complaints from the women about the way that he spoke and how harsh he was on women. BWs complained about Malcolm X. They didn't like the way he spoke. Do you hear me? And then in his own words, I can read it to you right now because I have it underlined. Let me tell you what else he said. He said, as far as the BW goes, right? He said that they didn't want to change. They didn't want to drop the liquor. They didn't want to drop all the other substances they were on. They didn't want to leave the street life, all of that stuff. The same stuff I talk about a lot of times. He said that they did. He said it would be so easy for them to better themselves and join up with the nation. But instead, they wanted to keep that lifestyle going. This was going on back in the 40s and 50s and 60s. This is the period of time Malcolm X is talking about. BWs have always had a problem, right? When a man like myself, man like Malcolm, correcting them, telling them you too loud, telling them you failing as a mother, telling them, what are you doing? Letting a man that you say is love bombing you, making you feel good. Y'all all got similar stories. You didn't let him put his wang in your thing. You don't know nothing about this man. You didn't even talk to nobody in his family.
Not in his family. I knew what he told me. And that was
y'all all say, lady, it's the same story. Almost all of y'all. Listen, that's why I said I can put your face or change the name and do whatever. It's the same story y'all have. Almost all of y'all got the same story.
Okay, but are you listening? Because if you're listening, you would understand that guys do come on perpetrating a fraud. They really do, and they pretend to be something that.
How can you perpetrate a fraud if you do some investigation? It's on you. Let me tell you something what happened to me not too long ago, right? Since I've had this incredible growth on social media lately, I have people reach out to me all the time that are trying to, I can help you, I can do this, I can grow your account even more, I can do this, I can do that. I had one person reach out to me, said he was a publicist of all of these celebrities and all of this stuff, right? And he had testimonials even on his page. Guess what, lady? It's still on me to do some research on him and figure out who he was. It didn't take me long. It took me maybe 20 minutes or so. I did some background research on him for free. I did free research. It didn't take me long. And I found out that he had a whole bunch of, he changed his business name, changed his email, changed all that stuff, right? Because he didn't want to be associated with all of the complaints and problems that he had under the old business name. So I uncovered the truth about him and I blocked him.
Okay.
Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yes, I do. But once you did the research, you were able to see who he was, and he's like, he's not who he's telling me.
Did you run a background check on this man before y'all had intercourse? No, tell the truth.
Yes.
You did.
Yeah, I work for a law firm. I work for, so
what was his record? What was his record?
He had it was something with like a drug charge, but he was never convicted. Like he got caught with some substance. You
don't even know. If you really ran the background check, you would have remembered, lady. You would have remembered. I've checked into. Listen, every woman that have been around me, right? I've checked into her background and I've run searches on her. I've run searches on women. And I could tell you, none of them had nothing. The most, this one had 2 evictions or 1 eviction. This one had, the only thing she had was bad credit. This one had, I could tell you about him.
Okay. Well, he owned a house. I saw where he worked. I mean, he owned the house when he got married, but then he ended up putting the woman out the house with the child and kept the house. And when she moved, this is after the fact, she left. I did research. You can go on Google and see like all kind of information. So I was able to verify what he told me. So what he told me was correct. And he didn't mention anything about that little criminal thing. But like I said, because I do legal work for a living, I did look into it a little deeper because I know how to research docket numbers.
Okay.
And he was never
okay, all right. He had you don't know exactly what it was, but it was something related to substances. And he was not convicted of it. And that was it. He had nothing else in his background that was suspicious.
There was nothing else. Nope.
Okay. How did you verify that he was actually divorced and not just separated from his wife?
He was not divorced. That's what I found out. He was separated.
No, not that. No. Before he put his wang in your thing, how did you say you ran a background check on him? So you should have known whether or not. Hold on. You should have known whether or not he was divorced or not. If you ran a check on him, huh? Mm-hmm. Oh, you knew. So you still. Hold on. He loved bombed you so good, and you wanted it so bad. We got to have a real conversation. You're a grown woman. You wanted him. You was lonely. Let's be real. You was lonely. You was lonely. Yeah. That's what it explains it. Because why would it? What? But because what? Hold on. I'm speaking. We can't both speak.
Okay. Right.
Why would a woman want to have relations with a man that's still married and only separated if she wasn't just lonely? You was lonely. Be real. Be honest. You was lonely. Be honest at the time. That's why you talking about he loved bombing.
I had options.
Oh, now you had options.
Of course.
Well, why didn't you go with one of the options of the men that were not still married?
Because I wanted to believe he told me he was in the process of a divorce. But listen, he was not in the process because it's like, oh, well, can you feel this motion out? So I realized that you haven't even initiated. So this was after the fact. He hadn't even initiated a divorce because he's asking me to fill out the paperwork, right? So he could get divorced and try to keep the house. But he put his wife and the child out the house.
You wild tonight, lady. You wild tonight. You wild.
What am I doing? What am I saying wrong?
You over here talking.
You want me to be honest? I'm being 100.
Hold on. You over here talking about you had options. What made him better than the other men?
I thought he was. I liked the way he looked. I was attracted to him.
You thought he had that bedroom game, huh? That he could put it on you.
Well, no, I didn't know about the bedroom.
No, you thought you did. You thought he probably did have it, right?
I didn't think so. He wasn't all that.
Well, you just said you was turned on.
I was attracted to him. I thought he was fine, and I liked the way he was treating me. I mean, he's taking me. You know, this $700 necklaces, flying me to Miami, limos for my birthday. Yeah, I'm like, wow.
$700 necklaces flying you to Miami.
Yeah. I mean,
limo for your birthday.
He did. I was like, wow, this guy is nice.
And he was still. And was he still living with his ex-wife or his wife at the time?
No, because he put her out. So I was at the house. He told me he was in the process of a divorce. I found out later.
How old is he? How old is he?
He's my age. He's my age. So that's what I mean.
So wait, so hold on a minute. As smart as you is, you don't think it's a red flag? You ever heard? So you old enough to know this. Something is too good to be true. It probably is.
Yes.
Okay, yes. So you didn't think nothing of if a man is buying you $700 necklaces, and putting you in limos, flying. You thought you found your Prince Charming, huh? You thought you were Cinderella. Yeah. Wow. You thought you were Cinderella at 50, almost 60 years old. You thought you were Cinderella, huh?
Well, no. I was.
You was 56, 55, 56 years old. Yeah. You thought you were Cinderella. Huh? You lost your glass slipper. Hold on a minute. You lost your glass slipper. Come on, lady. Let's be honest. Be real. You thought you lost your glass slipper and your prince came.
Initially, I thought, wow, this guy is too good to be true. I thought that he's too good to be true. But then, it only takes.
How was his bedroom? How was the game in the bedroom? How was it?
Garbage.
So why you keep it going for 3 years?
I didn't stay for 3 years.
You said it was off and on with him for 3 years. So and you just told, and lady, we can't forget one of the things you said earlier was that when you first came on here, you said that you slipped up. You was not doing anything. You slipped up and went back and did it with him again. So if his Wang was garbage, why are you still screwing?
Because what happened was
What happened?
When I had to end it, I didn't really want to end it, but I had to go through the hurt and just let me not be in contact because this man.
Listen to what you just said. You didn't want to end it. You just said you didn't want to end it.
Initially, I didn't, but I had to.
But you said the stick was trash in the bedroom game.
But it's not only about sex with me. It's all right, we communicated. He was mirroring me to the extent to where I'm like, wow, this guy is like I thought we were compatible because he was mirroring me. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh wow, he laughs at all the jokes. We got the same sense.
So even though the bedroom game was trash,
that's not.
You was happy with everything else he was giving you, mirroring you. You was happy to get mirrored.
Yeah. Once he start going down or whatever, I'm good. All right, whatever. But I mean, it wasn't
going down. What do you mean going down on you? You talking about?
Let me explain. let me explain one thing about
Oh, so hold on.
I can't.
So he fulfilled you by going downtown on you.
He did not. He never. You know what? To this day, he never made me come. Not something about my body. If the fan ain't, if something wrong with him, I'm trying to tell you. To this day, I have not had one nut with that dude. Honestly, I'm telling you the God's honest truth. But I have nut with my vibrator, but not with him. Because that's God's law. Why is that funny? I'm being honest. I'm being 100%.